inkproducts.com has now released its newest Ultra Pro pigment inks for the Epson Artisan 1430. Now we supply this printer with pigment ink, dye-based ink, which is like the Clarion ink, and we also supply it with sublimation ink. But this is our new pigment ink. I'm doing a 13 by 19 with, we use a 12 by 18 here, but it'll do 13 by 19. And we're doing a full coverage. We're not doing a bleed. You can do a bleed if you want. We're not doing a bleed. But this is just awesome. Our new Ultra Pro pigmented ink is just the best you can get. It's American made ink and it's awesome. Matte paper, and I'm printing with our Ultra Pro pigment ink. I just want to show you how awesome this ink is. Now in a minute I'm going to lift up the lid so you can see how it's printing. Now in this printer right now I'm using our quick fill station. It's between refillable cartridges and a continuous ink system. There's no hoses. You fill it right in the printer. You squeeze the button, resets the ink levels all back to full at one time. So you don't have to go through excessive cleanings. Same thing with our continuous ink system. You press the COC Smart Chip button, it resets all the ink levels back up. So you don't have to keep resetting or taking the cartridges out one by one and replacing them. I did this video just to show you how awesome this thing is printing. Now that's chrome. Look how awesome that's coming out. Our Ultra Pro pigment ink, American made ink, is superior to any of the inks available. I've installed, as you can see here, we have our quick fill station in. I'm printing out another large format sheet. The best thing about this is there's no hoses. Now when one goes empty, you fill them all up in the printer. You don't have to take the thing out, reset it with the COC Smart Chip. Now I'm using a matte paper, our Ultra Pro pigment ink. I just want you to see that solid black. This is a motorcycle photo. And I just did another motorcycle photo. Just how nice it's working. Now there again, we do make an auto refill system where we have a hose and a bottle and the same type of cartridges. So you don't have to stop and even refill. You just squeeze the button, COC Smart Chip will reset. And by the way, it resets all the colors. The old ARC chips are just not stable anymore with the new Epson printers, and they cause a lot of problems. Now I hope this video is showing you just how awesome this is. This is the best American made ink. And it's available from inkproducts.com. American made ink. This quick fill station in. So far I've printed out 2, actually 3 12 by 18 sheets, full color. So I'm going to do this till it tells me one of the colors need to be refilled, so I can show you in a video just how simple it is, what you have to do. You're going to top them all off, squeeze the COC Smart Chip, all the ink levels will come back up, no, regardless of what the other ones are at. There you go, solid black. Now our pigment ink can be used for t-shirt transfers, because pigment ink doesn't run when it's washed. We also supply Ultra Pro sublimation ink for people who do that type of printing. And we also have the Ultra Pro True Color dye base. It keeps the cost down a little bit. But this happens to be one of the best wide format printers we've tested here. And we have them all. Now this is one of my favorite motorcycle photos that we have. The backdrop is an American flag, but look at the chrome on this motorcycle. It's just beautiful, just beautiful. I just did 4 12 by 18s, and I'm checking my ink levels. There they are. Hardly even went down. Hardly using any ink. So that means that you'll be able to do a lot of 13 by 19s. What I mean by a lot, at least more than you could with any Epson cartridge. Our quick fill station just works awesome. Better than refillables. But we do have refillables for people who want it, you know. But I just think the quick fill is just so much easier. That or our auto refill ink system with the hose. Now the very first one that'll show cannot be recognized, when I squeeze that, fill those cartridges back up, all of them go back full. So you only have to do that once, not 6 times. And I'm running this. I'm not running a bleed, that's why I've got this little white edge here. I could have set it up to run bleed, but I didn't. But this is another awesome photo. The colors are just unbelievable coming out. Now, a lot of the glossy stock that you can buy, you can't use pigment ink with it. So you got to make sure will accept pigment ink, because this ink is indestructible. I mean, you're looking at 100 years or more. Not that any of us have to worry about 100 years, but I'm just saying that's how long it could last. Now with this 1430 Artisan, you can go in there and you can adjust color. You can do a lot of things to it that you couldn't on some of the printers. So if you want to get exactly or you know, color match exactly, that's up to you. But as far as for what I do, I kind of think it's just great the way it is. I'm taking the stock driver and standard photo, and it's just coming out excellent. So look how fast it did that. It's coming to the end now. Now this 1430 Artisan 14, it also prints on CDs and DVDs. That comes with it, comes with the tray to do it. It's really a good printer. And our American made ink does not clog the print head. Does not. I've tested it for too many years. There you go. Look at that. And their cartridges are not even ready to show that they're near empty. So for the best products, go to inkproducts.com.